these concentrated interests. So the politicians or the congressmen, the ones that really are responding as best they can to the constituency, they don't find any pressure from these people who are paying a penny each. They find pressure from people who are getting the $1,000 program benefits each. And as a result, you get this overall expansion of programs.
Congressional corridors are thronged by professional lobbyists. There are no less than 20,000 in Washington, all hired to promote legislation favorable to their clients. Companies, trade unions, farmers may want import controls or tax changes, or to prevent the government abolishing existing privileges. Blocking new initiatives, says Washington's leading lobbyist, is easy if you have the money.
If it's new policy, if it's a change in policy, if it's an attempt to stop something, which is the easiest thing to do in this town, it's expensive.
Pat Bolton, may I help you?
Often, when congressmen present new laws, they are pressing the arguments of people like Boggs. One of the skills of the lobbyist is knowing the popularity stakes on Capitol Hill.
Because it's far easier to lobby something on behalf of a popular member than it is on behalf of somebody that's not popular. If he's a very popular member of Congress, he is going to get 218 total votes or whatever votes he needs on that particular issue. If he's not, even if he's right, he's liable not to, because people tend to vote with people they like and vote against people they don't like.
But just tell me, is he popular because he's gone along with other people's needs in the past?
Partially, or he's attended fundraisers of a number of members of Congress. He's helped them with their constituent problems. He's on a committee which is very influential with them.
Lobbying aimed at increasing public spending pays off. In the 1986 budget, $17 billion was set aside for so-called special interest spending. After the lobbyists had exerted their influence, the actual figure was $29 billion. Returns to lobbying, $12 billion.
We have put entirely too much faith in the efficacy of democratic process. Just because we have periodic elections and just because we have majority votes in our legislatures, that anything that comes out of that is appropriate. The fallacy lies in the fact that we need to somehow be much more clear about what it is that is appropriate to legislate on. In other words, we need to have a constitutional structure that will delimit, that will impose limits on what government can do. And then within that proper structure, there's nothing wrong with interest being represented and nothing wrong with lobbying and carrying on. It's just that it's government without any bounds is what's happened, and that's where I lay the blame.
One way to limit the power of government is to preserve strong regional or local influence, which is the basis of the Constitution